Hello guys. I welcome to this video very quickly. I want to quickly do a midweek update on the forex market. If you saw my video on that I did on 2 days ago about the weekly outlook of the forex market, I did some analysis of some currency pairs, and so far as of now, everything has been playing out as we anticipated in the market, and it has been an awesome moment so far this week, the forex market. So very quickly this morning, I want to run through a quick update on how far the market has gone and what we should expect, what we should hope for the remaining part of this week. And likewise, we should also see the possibility of what might happen on Friday. There is a major news coming up on Friday, the NFP. NFP is simply non-farm payroll. So the non-farm payroll, it talks about the unemployment rate and the likes. I will do a video that explains NFP and how the news affect the market maybe later in the weekend. So, but in this video, you are going to be seeing a run through of the market updates of how the market has moved so far, and we can see how we can take advantage of the remainder part of this week. All right, so let me start with the crude oil. The crude oil is always where I like to start from in all my analysis. And on Monday, the market was around this area, and yeah, it was around this area on Monday, and we can see how the market has played out, but it is still ranging. It has not really given a clear direction so far. The market has still been ranging, and so far we have not seen a clear direction. Although on this was on Monday, it moved from this level. It moved from this level up to this level. It moved from this level up to this level on Monday, from here to here on Monday, which is about, let's check, which is about 60, 64 pips. That's about 64 pips. So if you took advantage of that, that's $65 for you on in just 24 hours. So that is for crude oil. There is nothing much happening on crude oil as far as I can see right now. There is nothing much happening on crude oil. So I'll just let it slide and move on to the next chart. This is on gold, and this was my analysis of gold on Monday. This horizontal line you can see on the screen, that's the resistance that I drew on Monday, and you can see how the market broke above it, and then it is retesting it back. Right now, currently the market is still around that area and is not showing sign of breaking. However, this is not a time for us to conclude because there is a possibility. This is just Wednesday. A lot of things can still happen today, and a lot of things can still happen tomorrow. And don't forget that Friday is NFP. A lot of things can happen between now and Friday as well. Now, if you are seeing something here, you can actually do some speculations. This head and shoulder pattern here, this head, this left shoulder, the head, and then we might have another move like that. Now, this move is a possible move that the NFP might play out in the sense that NFP might come on Friday or before Friday. Market might give us the impression that it is going up and people join in to go up, and then you see NFP drag price down, way down like that. And if this is what happens, if this plays out first, if this upward movement plays out first, I would like to see a rejection candle around this area, which is also around that left shoulder. I'll be anticipating for a rejection candle around there. Now, if there is a rejection candle around there, you can trust that I'm going to short that market. And if I'm deciding to short that market, that means I'm looking at 600 pips in profit in just 24 hours. So you can see how gold can offer us a nice opportunity before the end of this week. So there is still a lot more that can still happen on gold before the end of this week. So have this at the back of your mind that this is a possibility, this is a potential on gold that you should not take for granted. So let's move on to pound NZD. Now on Friday, or I said Friday, on Monday, I mentioned on pound NZD how I'm expecting a sell on pound NZD, and I don't do analysis without trading. I sold pound NZD around here on Monday. Yeah, on Monday I saw pound NZD around there on Monday. However, the market ranged and kept ranging, and this is what they call stop on. What happened here is what they call stop on. Market spiked up, closed us out in stop loss, and started selling. So I entered too early, so I was closed out in stop loss at this level. And after I was closed out in stop loss, I was quite busy, so I didn't bother checking the market again. But I knew that this market is going to sell. And a clearer perspective is on 4 hours. Look at it on 4 hours. You would have seen that this is a clear stop hunting. The market spiked up and formed the bearish engulfing instantly after. Now, if you had entered after this bearish engulfing, there's a way you can enter bearish engulfing candles. They call it 50% entry strategy. That means that after that bearish engulfing has formed, you check the 50% retracement of that bearish engulfing candle, and you can see that this candle that formed after this bearish engulfing touched the 50% retracement level. You can see it touched the 50% retracement level, and it even touched the 61% retracement level. Now, it will not always touch the 61%, but most of the time it will touch 38.2 and 50% retracement level. So if you had followed the 50% entry level and you have sold pound NZD after it closed all of us out in stop loss yesterday, you would be in about, let's check, you'll be in about 80, 90 pips profit by now. You've been about 90 pips profit by now, or let's just say you've been about 70 pips profit by now, because market has retraced a little bit, which still has a lot of potential. So if you missed that entry yesterday, don't relax, don't feel too pressured to jump into the market. Now, I just want to note this thing, that what happened here is simply stop hunting, and I should always expect it in the market. It's always happened in the market. I will show you how it also happened in Euro USD, which I explained on Monday that it will definitely happen on Monday. I just was not expecting it to happen on pound NZD. That was why I entered too early, and that was why I was also caught in the trap of pound NZD. But I knew it was going to happen on Euro USD and USD CHF, and I made it clear in my video on Monday that was going to happen, and it played out very well, perfectly yesterday in the market. So we will get to that point. We'll get to that point as well. Now, if you missed this entry on pound NZD yesterday, calm down. There is still going to be another opportunity. Where is the opportunity? Here is the opportunity here. This level here is okay. Why is that not drawing? This level here is a level you should watch. Is a level you should watch. You can see that the market has retraced back to that level. And if it's a support here and it's a support here, that's why you should watch that level. You can see how if it has retraced back above that level that was a support, it's becoming a resistance here. Now, if market is unable to close above this resistance on the 1 hour time frame, it would be a good idea to sell. Now, there's something you should also see on the 1 hour chart. Look at this candle here, this bullish candle, and look at this candle that formed after this bullish candle. This candle that formed after this bullish candle is what they call an inverted hammer. An inverted hammer, or you can call it, I think it is inverted hammer, not Angiman now. You can confirm that on Google, but this bearish candle, is a sign, is a signal that market is going to sell. It's a signal that the market is going to sell. So if you want to risk it, you can sell now and have your stop loss. Sorry about that. Okay, let me just reload the page. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Okay, we're on pound NZD. All right. Yeah. So as I was saying, this candle here is an indicator, is an indication that the market is going to sell. So if you wish to risk it now and you wish to sell, you can sell and have a stop loss of just around 50 pips, which is still reasonable in a little way. So I might even be interested in this as well, because it would reduce your risk to reward ratio. 50 pips stop loss, and the profit potential is massive. The profit potential is massive. There is a potential for it to, you can have your first take profit here, and then you can have your second take profit here. I can have your final take profit here. You can see the risk to reward ratio is going to be massive. So you can see this here, that if the market keeps moving like this, If the market keeps moving like you can wait for this candle to complete forming to confirm that okay, fine, sellers are ready to continue in the market, or you can just jump in now and take advantage of that. So don't forget what I used to decide on that. I use this. I use distance here to decide on that. So that is how you make your decision on the market, even when the market seems as though it has played out well and you missed out in the market. So you can always go back and always let me remove this to make it clearer for us to see. All right, let me draw it like this so you can see it clearly. So you can see that level and this level. So those are the levels I'm watching right now on this particular pair. So those are the levels I'm watching right now on pound NZD. So if you're interested in selling, you can either wait for this candle to complete forming and then decide if you are ready to sell or not. So pound NZD is still a clear bearish market. It's a clear very bearish market that you should not miss out of. Now, pound AUD did the same thing pound NZD did to me yesterday. It also spiked off, closed me out in stop loss, and eventually sold off. So you can see that the market is currently, in a way, the market is retracing. Now, remember what I said earlier about the 50% retracement of a bearish engulfing candle. Now, let us look at this bearish engulfing candle, and let us see. This is bearish engulfing here. This is the bearish engulfing here. Now you can see how the market eventually retraced the 50%, yeah, and even retraced 1% and 78% and even 88%. But my own criteria is 50%, and it has retraced 50%. It has done the 50% retracement. Now, if the market stays below this 50% retracement on pound AUD, and I allow this candlestick to finish to complete formation, I might sell again, and this time around, my stop loss will be. Let me use this for us to see clearly. I would sell again, and my stop loss will be above here, which is around 70 pips. Or I can just put my stop loss here, which is 50 something pips. And my first target might be here. My first target to be around here, which is 90 something pips. My second target to be around here, which is over 280 pips. So you can see how that is also playing out on pound AUD. So don't also take this for granted. Follow it and see how you can also take advantage of pound AUD before the end of this week. Now let us look at pound USD. Pound USD is also doing the same thing other pound pairs are doing. Let us draw our support here. This is the support level here. This is the support level there. Here is that level, the support level. Now if you try to draw this ascending channel, okay, it's not really looking nice. So let us just remove that. Let us go to 1 hour chart and see. Now this is on a 1 hour chart. Let's draw our trend line to form that. You can see that trend line there, and see how the still playing around. So if I'm interested in trading pound USD, what I would do is I would first of all I would like to actually wait and see how if the market closes below this level. Now this is actually a strong bearish momentum on the pound NZD, and considering the fact that dollars is looking strong this week, and the news might improve the strength of the dollars this week, but we should not assume, we should not predict. Let us wait for the market to play out. Now this is a confluence. This area is a confluence, and I love confluence because it's a critical area for you to watch. If the market breaks below here, definitely the market will keep selling. However, if the market is unable to break and break above, most likely the market will come back to this level again. So either way, the market, we need to watch that area closely and wait for the market net move. But as far as I'm concerned, I am bearish on pound USD. I'm just waiting for the market to close below this trend line before I make my decision on what to do. But pound USD is looking so bearish right now, and I'm interested in selling pound USD as well. Let us look at pound JPY as well. Well, it is also doing the same thing other pound peers are doing. The same thing other pound peers are doing. So I want say much on that. I'm also going to be looking for an opportunity to sell. So let us draw our trend line here. Let us draw the trend line there. You can see it is also at that trend support level. So most of the pound pairs are at critical levels that you should not take them for granted, because there might be an influx of bearish, there might be an influx of pound weakness before the end of this week. And don't think you know the market. Don't think you understand the market. The market can change direction any moment. So that is why you need to wait, be calm down, and watch for confirmations. Watch for confirmations. Okay, let's just put it here like that. So you watch for confirmation. So on pound JPY right now, I would also like to see what happens and how the market plays out before making my decision. But it is also looking bearish, and we should not take that trade for granted as well. Now, CAD JPY. If you watch my video that I did last week on weekend trap JPY and weekend trap, you would have avoided the trap that I was talking about. Even though the trap did not play out on Friday, the trap played out well on Monday. A lot of people lost their money on this trade, especially JPY peers. A lot of people lost their money on JPY peers because they did not listen to what I said, and they felt like, okay, I know what I'm doing, I can undo it. And turns out they could not undo it because I knew what I was talking about, and I think that was what was going to happen in the market. So currently the market is ranging, and there's no clear direction in the market now on JPY, on CAD JPY. But for now, I'm still bearish on CAD JPY, but I need the market to still give me some level of confirmations. You can see how I'm drawing that on the market for you to understand that the market is forming something like a triangle. So let's see how the market play out within this triangle before we make our final decision on CAD JPY. For now, I'm neutral on CAD JPY, but a little bit bearish, but I'll be staying away from CAD JPY for now. Now, Euro JPY as well. You can see how those who entered on, this was on Friday, those who entered on Friday, how the market traced back, closed most of them out in stop loss, closed most of them out in stop loss again before it started selling. Now, if you missed this entry, I would advise this after this bearish engulfing candle. Now, I said earlier that bearish engulfing candle would always do a 50% retracement. Now, there's an exception to every rule. So don't always take that rule hook, line, and sinker. There are two ways to enter a bearish engulfing candles trade. You can enter immediately that bearish engulfing candle is completely formed, or you can wait for a 50% retracement. Now, waiting for a 50% retracement does not always work out, because the market may not trace at all, especially when there is a strong momentum or when the sellers are just pumping in. So, for example, look at this. This formed a bearish engulfing but did not retrace. It kept on selling. So it is possible for this to happen in the market as well. So your own is to be careful how you trade and be sure that you are comfortable with your risk to reward ratio. That is what I would recommend. So if you miss this entry on Euro JPY, you should calm down and allow the market to play out. There is also a trend line you can point out on this particular trade here, this trend line here. So if you miss that entry, you can wait for the market to break below this trend line before you make a final decision, except you are strong enough to risk it and jump in right now with your stop loss way above here, because the market may not come back to this level again. But if the market comes back to this level again, then you can say categorically that the market is no longer going to sell. And it seems as though there is a pattern that we should watch out for. Okay, let me see if that pattern is making any sense. All right, no, the pattern is not making sense, so we can ignore that pattern. So Euro JPY is looking bearish for now, so you should also watch out for it and do not take it for granted. CHF JPY as well, same thing I said on Friday is playing out right now, right here. So you can also watch and do not take this for granted as well. So price has broken this trend line support here. Price has broken below it, so you can just take advantage and either enter now or wait for the market to retest and be sure that that level is holding as a support, so that you would not enter and then the market will give you a fake out. Before a fake out is when the market decides that I would do as if I'm going up, but I'm not going up, and everybody jumps in and goes up with the market, and everybody lose their money in the market. So that's a fake out. They on to stop loss. Now this is also a confluence I should not take for granted. It was a resistance here, support here. Let's see if it holds as a resistance again before we eventually decide on what you are going to do finally on Euro on CHF JPY. Now Euro USD, it's my favorite for this week, even though I don't really like the pair, but I love the way the market is playing out on Euro USD. I said it on Monday that market would go up, close a lot of people out to stop loss before they start selling. Now you can see exactly how I said it was going to be. It played out exactly like that. Stop hunting is one thing the big boys in the market does, or they do. This stop hunting is one thing they do. They love to do because it makes them money. In the sense that when they close your house and stop loss, they wipe your account and the money is transferred from your account to their own account. So millions of traders have lost money on this particular area, and a lot of all these big boys have made a lot of money as well. So if you waited enough for this stop hunting to play out very well, and you joined immediately this candle formed, you can still keep holding your trade because it still has more potential. It still has a lot of potential. But I would advise that even though it has potential, still make sure that you are partially closing your trade, so that as the market is moving, in your favor, you are closing your trade, you are booking your profit, you are securing the bag in your account. So that if the market reverses direction, anything can happen in the market. Don't think you understand the market and you feel that the market will sell all the way. Even though the market may sell all the way, there are still sometimes the market will pull back and retrace. And you see, you can never tell the extent of the market retracement. There are sometimes that the market retracement will be very light. There are sometimes that the market retracement will be very deep. Those times that the market retracements are deep, you are possibly going to make money and look and give it back to the market if you are not smart enough. So as the market is moving in your favor, be securing the back. For example, if you entered here now, if you entered right there, you could have, hold on please, if you entered right there, you would have made about $70 in profit. There's nothing wrong if you close out 40 pips in profit for yourself. You partially close 40 pips. There's nothing wrong if you partially close around here. Allow this to keep running. Then if this keep moving and get here, you partially close again. If it breaks below and continues to sell, you partially close, you partially close, you partially close. Or you can close completely and wait for the market to break and join again when the market breaks and keep going like that. You can watch my video on partial closing. Even though partial closing might require a higher level of risk, but if you get it right in a right trade, you will make a lot of money through partial closing, and you would enjoy yourself. You will enjoy trading. Trading will become more fun for you. So you can see USD playing out well. There's so much potential I see in Euro USD. We are waiting for NFP and see how NFP might affect the market. And the amazing thing about NFP is that nothing may eventually happen in the market. It may not eventually affect the market in the short run, but in the long run, it will still play out. So that is that about Euro USD. Now, USD I said it on Friday video that USD is the negative correlation of Euro USD. So if Euro USD is buying, USD will be selling. And if Euro USD is selling, USD will be buying. You can see that playing out here. And I also said it on Monday that I expect the market to come down before it goes up. And you can see how the market came down and then it started going up. And it has broken above this falling wedge. And there is still more potential for USD. Right now, what I'm waiting for on USD is I'm waiting for the market to retest and see if this level would hold as a support. If that level holds as a support, I'll wait for a bullish candle and then I'll join in the market right there. So that's that on USD. AUD also played out well as expected. This was what I drew on Monday, and you can see it has broken above and it keeps moving up and it's still going up. So that is that on USD. NZD card is also playing out nicely. I said it on Monday that I expect the market to buy to this level, and it broke above. On Monday, it did a little bit of retracement. On Tuesday, it gave us a bullish candle. Right now, this is what Wednesday is looking at right now, and I'm still expecting the market to still get to that level on NZD card. And I'll be setting my entry soon on NZD card. So for those on my signal channel, you would get the signal on NZD card. Yeah, I can see a potential entry on the chart already. But let's see how it goes on the signal channel. Now for USD card as well, I see a lot of people selling USD card, and I don't know why they are selling USD card, because for now the market has done a stop hunting here from the bullish engulfing, and it is still buying. For now, the market might still keep enjoying itself at this moment, but I feel that the market is still going to test this area, because this area is a confluence of resistance. That area is a confluence of resistance. So I feel the market is still going to get to this level. I feel the market will still get to this level, and then when it gets to that level, you can now decide. The market, we have to wait for the market to decide what is going to happen next. So this is a confluence level that we should not take for granted. So I don't know why people are selling USD card. Well, I feel USD card is likely going to buy, likely going to buy. So let's see how USD card goes today and for the rest of this week as well. Euro CHF, nothing much is happening on Euro CHF. I'm not seeing anything much here, so I'll just ignore that one for now and come back to it later in maybe some other video. I might be analyzing Euro CHF, but let us just draw our resistance level there. That's the potential resistance level. So this is the resistance. The resistance there broke above, came back in, broke above again. Let's see if this level holds as a support. If this level holds as a support, we might have a potential opportunity to buy Euro CHF on the 4-hour candle. Now AUD USD is also playing out nicely as we expected. You can see how it has broken above this triangle, sold high, and then it's coming back down. It's coming back down. Now I feel that AUD USD is likely going to sell for the rest of this week. Yeah, I have that feeling that AUD USD might sell for the rest of this week. Yeah, so let's see how that goes as well. I'm not saying a clear signal on that for now, but I'm holding. I sold around here, so I'm still holding my sell up to this level. So let's see how that goes as well. USD JPY, I think that should be the last. All right. USD JPY is the last pair we'll analyze in this video, and then we'll call it a day, and I would see you in the next video. USD JPY. All right. Sorry about that. I'm waiting for the network. All right. Here we go. USD JPY is right here. USD JPY is right here. All right, so I did an analysis this morning on USD JPY. Let me again. Now, this is USD JPY. I can see a descending channel from here. You can see that. You can see that on USD JPY. So that's the descending channel on USD JPY. This is a resistance, support, resistance, support. It didn't touch F finally. So let us move down to 4 hours. Let us move down to 4 hours on USD JPY. All right, let me remove that channel. You've seen that channel already. You can draw it clearly on your own chart. Now on 4 hours, we have this. No, let's remove that. Does not make any sense for me. Let's draw a support here. This is support here. Here is another support. Here is another support. You can see that. Or let's bring it down a little bit. Yeah, it works that way. Yeah, I think it's better this way. So support, support, support. All right. Now let's draw the resistance. This resistance. Yeah, I love drawing my horizontal line double. Yeah, it gives me a sense of a range, and I'm not fixated on a particular price. Yeah, because support and resistance is not about the price, it's about the zone, the region. So now that we've drawn that, let us go down to the 1 hour chart and let's see what we can see on the 1 hour chart. Now on the 1 hour chart, I can see this playing out. I can see that on the 1 hour chart. All right. And then we have this as well. We have this as well. Okay. We have that. Let me just draw what I want to draw and continue. And we have that as well. So, okay. I'm not sure My team called a sell signal on USD this morning, and that prompted me to run a critical analysis on USD And for now, I'm not seeing a sell. I would rather look for an opportunity to buy USD up to that air level. However, there's something we need to consider as well. Let us see this bearish momentum. Let us check the Fibonacci level. Now, currently, market has tested 50% retracement. That 50% retracement has been this resistance level. You can see how the 50% retracement has been the resistance level of this this bearish momentum. Now, if market is able to keep the price above 50% retracement and break this 61% retracement, there are chances for the market to come back to this level. Yeah, come back to that level. If you check it on 1 hour chart, that bullish momentum should not be ignored at all. So it's something you need to be careful about on USD. You need to be careful on how you trade USD right now. It can actually buy up to this level, because this level is even a minor, not really a minor now, but it's not really a key level like that. So USD might buy to this level first before coming to this level next. So if you are buying USD, this can be your take profit 1, and this can be your take profit 2. If you are buying USD, but you need to be careful. Let's see if the price can stay above this resistance, and if the market retest and is still above that resistance, then we are going to buy USD to this level first, this level next. So I think that is all about my video analysis in this video, my market updates in this video. I've analyzed a couple of pairs, and you can watch this video again and be sure that you understand how I run my analysis and you're ready to take advantage of it. Today's Wednesday. I want to show you something very quickly. Today's Wednesday. I mentioned in my last video how I earn every week from Forex without trading. And today's Wednesday, you can see today's date, September 2, 2020, 9:18 a.m. 9:18 a.m. I've made a withdrawal of $59.45 has been deposited to my wallet, and that is how I do every week. I earn every week from Forex without trading, and I believe you can also do the same thing. The work required is something that if you are ready to learn, you can master, you can be very good at it. I have a student who went all out to do what I'm doing, and in 1 month, he made over $100 from Forex without trading. I am emphatic about this. This is not a Ponzi. This is not something you can see. It is a partnership with my broker, Hot Forex, and it makes sense because I get to be paid weekly. You can see my trading. You can see my payouts history, how I've been earning from 2019. June 2019, how I've been earning up till today, every week without trading. So you can see that. And in my A to Z of Forex trading course, I have explained it in my A to Z of Forex trading course, and in the GoPro bootcamp as well. I'm going to be mentioning it in the GoPro bootcamp. I'm going to be teaching you how you can do that in the GoPro bootcamp as well, so that if you register for my bootcamp, you would learn how I earn weekly without trading. And if you register for my bootcamp as well, you would also get access to my A to Z of Forex trading complete course. So you will have access to my complete course on. You can see the course content there. You can see it right there. You would have access to that if you register for the bootcamp. And when you register for the bootcamp as well, you are also going to get access to GoPro videos. And these are the content. These are the things we're going to be talking about in the GoPro videos for the 2 weeks. You can see them the daily, how it has been divided into days. So we are divided into days, and we are going to talk about all of them. And you can see on the last day is where I'm going to explain how I earn weekly without trading. So this is meant for you. Do not let this opportunity pass you by. The bootcamp goes for 18,765 naira, but you can click the link in the description of this video and get into the bootcamp for just 50% off. That means about 9,000 naira. You are inside the bootcamp already, and you have access to all these things. And you don't pay monthly. There's no monthly payment. You have access to it for a lifetime access. And the beautiful thing is that when you join once, when I upload new videos to this course content in the future, you still have access to the new videos that I upload later on in the future. Once you get in now, you have access to it for a lifetime. The only thing that might require you paying monthly for are my signals channel, and that is not compulsory. It's dependent on you. If you like my signals, you pay for my signals. If you don't have to pay. But this course content, you need to get it so you can learn how to trade, master how to trade, learn how the market moves, so that you can avoid the little mistakes people are making and be among the 10% of traders that are making money from the forex market. I hope you take advantage of this and you don't let this opportunity pass you by. For just 9K, you are in, and you would even get 1 month of free signals as well. So don't take this for granted. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Take advantage, and I hope to see you in the bootcamp. Have a lovely week ahead.